Hey, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how you can take an object like this window here and use patterns to generate a series of windows for a building design. So in order to begin, I want to make sure that I'm using a canvas that is square in size. In this case I'm using a 3000 by 3000 pixel canvas, and I like to use 600 dpi. And so I've already drawn this window here. And what's important here is when you create this window, you want to create it on a transparent background. So if there is a white background underneath this, you want to delete that. With that in place, I need to now define this pattern. So if I go to Edit, Define Pattern, I can give this pattern a name. I can just say Window, and I can click OK. And since I've already done this, I'm not going to click the OK button. Now I'm going to make a new canvas. I'll make a blank layer. And this canvas is 5100 by 3300 pixels. And I'm going to go up to Edit, Fill, and I want to choose the pattern that I have. Now, if your patterns are looking small, you can always go to the gearbox and you can choose large thumbnail. Or you can also choose large list. It's entirely up to you. But large thumbnail is what I'm using here. And you're going to select the pattern that you've just created. And you also want to toggle on the script option and choose brick fill. When I do that and click OK, I'll get a dialog box that pops up. And this dialog box shows me the options that I can set. You can see that these are the preset options that I've altered. I'm going to go back to default. If I click OK with this default setting, it's going to create the windows really large, and it's not really useful for me. So what I want to do is I want to adjust those settings. So if I go to Edit, Fill, Brick Fill, and if I click OK, I can alter the size. So instead of the pattern scale being 1, I'm going to crank this down to about 0.25. And I'm also going to adjust the offset to where it's at its lowest value, and I'm going to turn color randomness to 0 and brightness randomness to 0. Now I'll click OK. So you can see what it's done here is it's placed these windows on a grid automatically for me. And what I can do now is I can simply get rid of this last row. I can use my transform tool. I'm going to make a new layer and draw an enclosure around this area. Like so. I can merge the two layers. And what's really neat is I can use it as is for a front view facade, or I can use the transform perspective tool and I can create a perspective angle for this particular building front. If I wanted to, what I can also do is use the perspective tool and I can create a worm's eye view, or the perspective tool to create a bird's eye view looking down. And you can always add the other components. You can build those elements together. But that pattern tool is a very powerful tool that will allow you to quickly create something that is repeatable. And especially the brick fill with an offset set to 0, you can create a pretty neat organization of objects in a row and column configuration. So if you find this video to be useful, I would definitely appreciate a like, and I would also appreciate any comments if you have. If you found this video to be helpful, please let me know. As always, thank you for watching, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video.